And with a Rennie Rancourt double fist pump 2 times, the Boston Bruins end up taking down the New York Islanders in Game 1 of the series on Saturday night. And with that said, welcome to the worst sports channel on YouTube, Hot Garbage Sports with me, Coach Ryan D. We told you in our Islanders Bruins 12 things to be excited about in this series, a few things that would happen, and they happened. Link above. Stick around to the end of the video. We'll recap the game. We'll tell you why we were right, but we'll also make sure that we mention and give our credits to Islanders and Islanders fans because, well, Islanders, you lost to the Penguins in Game 1 of the first series and you ended up dispatching with them in 6. Are we going to see a similar result? Stay tuned.
Here's Lemieux. The center penalty coming up. Look at Lemieux. Oh my goodness.
So thank you for making your way back to this channel. If you're an Islanders fan, Bruins fan, subscribe down below. We're going to carry your team all the way to the Stanley Cup because your team's getting there, right, baby? This is an exciting series. Sold out TD Garden. Wow. Crowd was pumping. Unbelievable to see what ends up happening. Boston takes this one 5-2, but there's a lot to talk about in this game. So why don't we get after it? Number 1. We said that the 4 lines of the Bruins had deeper depth than the Islanders, and that showed today in spades. Cassidy rolled all 4 lines against the Islanders, and even though the Mathew Barzal line is excellent and the Islanders have 3 very deep centermen and Beauvillier is a registered beautician, it's still too much offensive firepower from the Bruins and too much balance. Perfection line was perfect tonight. Pasternak must have ate his pasta before the game. Terrible joke. Ends up scoring a hat trick to help lead the Bruins to victory. This game looked a little closer than it actually was. Tuukka Rask doesn't end up letting in a soft one tonight. Yeah, no, they weren't soft. They weren't soft. They were good Islanders goals. Good Islanders goals. 2-2 through most of the game, but is it really 2-2 when you are outshot 30-12 in 2 periods? That's a pretty big discrepancy. And the 2 goals that the Islanders got, not to take away from them, they were good goals, but the Bruins were all over the place. We said Sorokin was okay. We got lambasted down below in the comments saying he was fantastic. Well, you know what? After tonight's game, I have to say Sorokin is okay. I'm sorry. He's not in the top 3 elite goalies of the NHL playoffs. He's not Connor Hellebuck. He's not Carey Price. He's not Vasilevsky. You know what? He's not Marc-Andre Fleury, and he's not Tuukka Rask. We've already gone through 5 goaltenders there, so we're starting to get to the middle of the pack. That is what okay means. Not bad, not good, just okay. Not his fault that you end up losing. The game actually gets completely out of hand if he's not in there, but he's not going to steal the series like Carey Price is starting to steal it away from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Bruins fans are like, I don't even know why they're having so much trouble. Just dispatch of the Leafs. Easy win. Bruins. Classic. Anyways, the game starts out with Beauvillier scoring the first goal, and frankly, that was to my surprise and probably most Bruins surprises because the Bruins were all over them. But it ends up being a pretty good goal. We move in 1-0, and we start thinking, are those Islander fans right? I mean, they might be. They're very good fans. I love Islanders fans. You guys are fantastic. Like, your building's awesome. You're winning me over. You're winning me over, but again, Jets fan, no real horse in this race. Like, not really. 1-0 Islanders, but David Pasternak with the perfection line ends up getting in that power play goal. And we talked about it again in the video link above, that the Bruins power play is deadly with the perfection line, McAvoy and Richie. And, well, goal 1 to make it 1-1. Beauty goal. Pasternak follows it up with a 5-on-5 goal, again from Bergeron and Marchand. Points all over the place if you got them in your pool tonight. But Pelech, and we have, I love me some Pelech. What a fantastic defenseman. This puck has eyes, ends up beating Rask. He is an excellent shutdown defenseman. And we had some wicked Bruins fans saying that Grzelcyk and McAvoy are better than Pelech and Pollock. And you know what? Maybe you're right in some respects. But Pelech is one of the best shutdown defensemen in the league. This guy's a stud. Ends up getting a goal, making it 2-2. But the problem with having 2 studs on the back end, and I really like the Islanders defense, the problem with having 2 studs versus 4 deep lines, and frankly, a line 1A and a line 1B, because you got Krejci and Hall coming out right after that, is that they can't be on the ice the entire game, and it showed today. Then you take a look at the Bruins' third line of Coyle, Debrusk, and Richie. It's a really tough line, and the Lazar line's even pretty decent as a line 4. So in the third period, McAvoy, Pasternak, Hall, bang, bang, bang. Pasta gets the hat trick. Unbelievable to see a sold-out crowd. Hats on the ice, real playoff atmosphere. I'm sure the American fans loved it. We finally got Canadian fans in the building for Montreal, 2,500. Both teams with home ice advantage and fans in the building end up winning. So what ends up happening in this series going forward? Well, the Islanders are a tricky team. Some commenters didn't seem to realize that we said the ace in the hole for the Islanders is Barry Trotz. Barry Trotz is a better coach than Bruce Cassidy. Bruins fans got on me because Cassidy's a good coach too, but he's no Barry Trotz. Trotz is the man. Trotz is going to get this team dialed in a little right. I still have the Bruins in 7. I think the Islanders are going to come win a couple because we said the big key to Bruins hockey is and always will be they let teams hang around. Seriously, coach, I have no idea why they do this. I think the Bruins bet on themselves or something because they're a way better team than most teams over the last decade, yet they always seem to like to go to 7s and 6s and just let teams hang around. They love to let teams hang around. 2-2 game for way longer than it should have been a 2-2 game. They always make games look really close and really exciting. So that's just Bruins hockey. It's very nerve-wracking if you're a Bruins fan, I bet. If it's not, well, let me know. Sounds like you're on a bandwagon though, because if you've been watching them for any extended period of time, you've made it to 2 Cup finals, you haven't closed. It makes me a little nervous and I'm not even a Bruins fan. So I expect this series to be quite close because that's just what Boston likes to do. I think the Islanders will get outshot every game of this series. I think Barry Trotz will make some very good systems. I think guys like Barzal, like Nelson, like Peugeot, I think they're going to do well. Palmieri could end up being an X factor like he was last series, and the Islanders should end up taking one of the next 2 for sure. But the way the Bruins look tonight, this could be a sweep. Why don't you guys let me know what you think down below? I love seeing the Islanders and Bruins fans comments down below going at it. I still got Bruins in 7, but if you say Bruins in 4, I can't really argue with you. And if you say Isles in 6, history is on your side. You did this to the Penguins, so I also can't argue with you. This is going to be a great series. Stick with us, subscribe, like Coach Ryan D. See you in the next game.